I don't come from a family of lawyers. I come from a family of mostly cab drivers and construction workers.
I was just a student, a Woolworth's waitress in high school before I attended CUNY Law School.
Before law school, I was teaching elementary school.
I was a community organizer, and I was working for the state senate.
I was a classical musician.
I was a staff investigator at the public defender in Washington, D.C.
I was doing a lot of activism in the community, and I realized that I was missing some knowledge that I really needed.
My aspiration to be a lawyer had to do with a passion for children and families and thinking that becoming a lawyer would be the best way to serve our community.
Law schools across the country all attract very smart students. CUNY Law attracts smart students who are committed to using the law as a tool of social justice.
The whole environment was very supportive of people like me who didn't know anything about law, who had no family or relatives or friends who were ever lawyers.
CUNY was like on a different planet from every other law school I heard about.
When I came to New York for a visit, I just fell in love with the place. It's one of those rare moments, I think, in life where you get somewhere and you know this is where I'm supposed to be.
CUNY Law has an integrated curriculum that begins with lawyering skills on day one.
From the very start, we were trained to think like a lawyer.
We wrote briefs and memoranda focusing on civil rights statutes. We had mock simulations.
Allowed me to think so much more deeply about the legal systems, about law in general.
Through a skills process that develops throughout the first and second year, it culminates in a clinical offering that the students take in the third year, where they're actually engaging in live client practice under the direct supervision of an outstanding public interest practitioner who's also a professor at CUNY Law.
My clinical experience was a real picture of what it would be like to be a real lawyer.
My work in the clinic when I was in law school was focused really on seeing our clients not just as a criminal case, but as a whole person, something that the legal profession and the criminal justice system in particular has failed to do.
Joining the clinic, you're the lawyer. You have a client, and the practice is over, and you're actually doing things.
I'm so grateful for that training and that thoughtful, reflective approach that really was instilled in me from the clinics at CUNY.
I was 20 years old, going to law school, surrounded by these amazing people who all had careers and had vibrant, very productive and important lives before they attended law school, and it was such an experience. It was an amazing experience.
I felt that my classmates were walking with me towards that goal of going back into our community.
They were there for you. They were your friends. They were people that could be mentors, people that cared about what you're doing, and they listened to you.
When I came to the law school, I was surprised at the diversity of the student body in age and life experience, and that was refreshing to see.
People were passionate about what they believed in. They believed in social change. Everyone worked towards that common goal, and it felt like a family.
Right now I'm a supervising attorney at the Bronx Defenders.
I am a trial attorney for an agency called the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
I clerked here in Brooklyn, in the Eastern District of New York, for a federal district court judge, Judge Weinstein. And then after I finished my clerkship, I started practicing in the litigation department of Patterson Belknap, where I work now.
And I'm now a staff attorney at Advocates for Children.
I am one of the founders of SEVA, which is a nonprofit, community-based organization.
Well, I opened my office, and I learned those skills as to how to open your own office. I did that at CUNY.
I've just been hired by the New York City Department of Correction to work in a law library at a jail at Rikers Island.
After I graduated, I started a clerkship with Judge Ronald Ellis, who's a federal magistrate judge. Now I'm working as a court attorney in the New York City criminal courts.
I went to work at Gay Men's Health Crisis, which is a large AIDS organization. Well, I'm now the executive vice president of a large international development organization.
I am a judge of the family court of the state of New York, serving in New York City.
When you see what our alums end up doing with their lives, they've already come to law school with tremendous public interest backgrounds and with a deep commitment, and then they go out and they do extraordinary things in the world.
CUNY definitely inspired me to be a social change lawyer for as long as I practiced law.
I know that the work that I do now affects individual lives.
CUNY Law School meant it, and it taught us all every day when we are representing clients, when we are teaching, when we are working in the public in some other, even non-lawyer capacity. It's all about the service of human